In the beginning, there was television. And then came video. CIC Video. From the Hollywood studios of Universal and Paramount, Cinema International Corporation, the biggest name in movies, brings you the very best in-home video entertainment. Take a look at just some of the great films available from CIC Video.
If you want to have freedom, you got to go where the freedom is, don't you? You're going to go to waste in Portland. Come to New York.
What as?
Huh?
What as?
What do you mean, what as?
What as? Your girlfriend?
Just tell me what as.
It's nearly Thanksgiving. Why don't you come as a turkey?
I don't want to play in your yard. I don't like you anymore.
What would you think if I asked you to do something that might seem a little selfish?
Well, I think you should.
Good, good, because I'd like you to take a look at my work and tell me what you think.
You'll be sorry when you see me sliding down our cellar door.
I'd say you tell Mr. Morgan and Mr. DuPont and Mr. Rockefeller to get over there and do some of the fighting.
You can holler down our rain barrel. You can climb our apple tree. I can't work around you.
Can you tell me why you're doing this?
I'm not taken seriously when you're around.
When I'm around, you're not taken seriously.
Oh, God, this is not good. I don't want to play in your yard if you won't be good to me.
If you were mine, I wouldn't share you with anybody or anything.
There's something I have to tell you.
You don't have to tell me anything.
No?
No. You want to get married? Does this mean that we have to cheat, or is this free and independent marriage? You're a lying Irish whore from Portland, and you use me to get Jack Reed to marry you.
Who?
What do you mean, who?
Who was it?
Who was what? Jack dreams that he can hustle the American working man, whose one dream is to be rich enough not to have to work, into a revolution led by his party.
Is the Socialist Party prepared to take a position on the draft or not?
Officer, these men have the legal right to assemble.
What the hell are you doing?
Me? I right.
You right?
Huh?
You wrong.
I'd rather be with a fighter who wants to change the world than a critic who wants to mourn it.
Well, the place to be now is Russia.
You don't have to tell me what's happening in Russia. I read the papers.
Well, come with me.
What doing? We'll join you in revolution. Revolution is dissent. Always. You don't rewrite what I write. That's been your...
Wonderful year, Blanche. Oh, wonderful.
Spending my vacation in the summer sun. Getting lots of action, having lots of fun. Scoring like a bandit to the bumble.
Personally, I think that being late demonstrates terrible leadership qualities. Well, I'm not waiting anymore. Here she is. Well, we're going to be late. Let's go.
Geometry and history is just a pain. Biology and chemistry destroys my brain. Oh, don't they know that I deserve a better fate? I'm really much too young.
When your cousin Sandy told me you'll come to school in America, I said, Sandy, any cousin of yours is a cousin of mine.
Hey, you caught it. How tall are you? Never mind. We'll put high heels on your sneakers, and we'll make you a center.
And I want to say you'll have to down the street. I said, hey, pretty baby, how's about a day?
Hello, boys.
Good morning, Miss Mason.
I would really love to see all of you in music appreciation this year, okay?
I'd like to see all of you in music appreciation this year.
You just might.
Oh, I think I'm in love.
We're gonna rock, we're gonna roll, we're gonna pop, we're gonna ball. We're going prowling.
grow up?
A burden on society.
Grease 2, the feeling goes on forever.
We're ready for you, Miss Crawford.
To a truly great lady, Miss Joan Crawford.
You know what's missing in my life?
Come on, you've got everything you want.
No, I don't. I want a baby.
Out of the question.
Don't you dare judge me. We have a moral and legal responsibility. And
what you're really doing is denying one of your children the opportunity to live a wonderful and advantaged life.
You're a lucky little girl. And very expensive. It cost me a lot of favors.
Christina, darling, I'm going to make a perfect life for you. Are you having a happy birthday, Christina, darling?
This is the best party I ever had. I love you, Mommie Dearest.
I love you, Tina, darling. You lost again.
It's not fair. You're bigger than I am.
Ah, but nobody ever said life was fair, Tina. I will always beat you.
Then I'm not going to play with you anymore. Ever.
I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to march yourself upstairs to your room and will stay there.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Sorry, Mommy. Dearest.
You are not getting up from this table until you have finished that meat.
Have I ever lied to you in your whole career? Or given you one piece of bad advice?
Your treatment of me has been divine.
Good. I want you to leave Metro.
My wonderful fans.
Leave Metro.
Your pictures, one after another, are losing money.
Who've made me a star.
Theater owners voted you box office poison.
Making fun of me?
Truth is, you're getting old.
You're nothing but a rotten, crooked lawyer. The biggest female star he's got. Look at this floor. Do you think it's clean? Look at the cleanest floor. You and me together. Screw up. Look at that. Nothing is clean. It's all blazing up. What's wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you no wire hangers ever? $300 dress on a wire hanger. We'll see how many you got in. Tell me what?
Yes, Mommie Dearest.
When I asked you to call me that, I wanted you to mean it.
Joan Crawford, the most dramatic role of her life, was her life. Frank Yablans presents Faye Dunaway as Joan Crawford in Mommie Dearest.
Do you want your pills? Don't worry about the stairs. I'll clean them. You know how I like cleaning gum off things. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home?
Joe? What's that?
I'm gonna give you a horse head.
Beyond the darkness, beyond the human evolution, is Khan, a genetically superior tyrant, exiled to a barren planet, banished by a starship commander he is destined to destroy. Left for dead, he has survived.
There she is. There she is.
I'll chase him round the moons of Nibia and round the Antares maelstrom and round perdition's flames before I give him up.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. A battle between good and evil, between a warrior and a madman.
We are now in violation of treaty, Cassie.
Scotty, I need warp speed in 3 minutes or we're all dead.
Full power! Damn you!
Reliant is closing.
Kill him. I shall leave you as you left me, as you left her, marooned for all eternity in the center of a dead planet. Buried alive. Buried alive.
At the end of the universe lies the beginning of vengeance. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Now, why would the prettiest gal in Longhorn, Texas, want to marry a no-good horse thief like Moon?
Get in there and have a good time. Act foolish.
You heard about them matches made in heaven, didn't you? Well, I'll bid one of them.
Damn it all, you stole my girl!
Ah, Mr. Moon. Shall I take the reins, dear?
The more Moon sees of his bride, the more he's itching for a real honeymoon.
In my time, I have put a gal or two in tune with nature.
I'm sure nature is very great.
But every night, he ends up sleeping in the barn. And every day, he works like a mule.
Get to work.
Rather laugh.
That's all you like to do.
No, that ain't all I like to do.
What are you doing down there? You got me drunk. I don't remember a thing.
I didn't get you drunk.
You get your clothes and you get out of here.
Hold it. That's enough. Don't shoot. Vamoose.
If I was monkeying around, would I still have my clothes on?
Mr. Moon, are you gonna rob this stage or not?
He's just trying to impress me.
Jack Nicholson is Goin South.
Name of missing person.
Don't you have this written down somewhere? I've answered it 1,000 times.
Name of missing person, please.
You've been in touch with our embassy down there?
Senator, all they seem to know is that my son is missing.
Date of disappearance.
He's been gone 2 weeks. He could be hurt or tortured.
I looked for him everywhere. He's just gone, vanished.
After analyzing all the data, we still come to the conclusion that he must be in hiding.
You know damn well he's not in hiding. Our whole neighborhood saw him picked up by a goon squad.
I don't want to hear any of your anti-establishment paranoia.
Why don't you just go home? I'll find my husband by myself.
There's another theory, that your son was picked up by leftists, posing as soldiers.
There are even people who think it may have been his idea to make it look like they're arresting Americans.
They are arresting Americans.
What kind of world is this?
He said the man must disappear.
Don't you think that's a hell of a statement, especially considering we're here to protect American citizens?
How can I verify that? You can't.
You asked me for him! Stop it!
I'm not going to leave this country till I find my son, alive or dead. No, anywhere, in any way. I just want my boy back. He's the only child I have.
This is U.S. Station 31. You read me? Found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside, where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can be one of those things!
Within every man, there are two men.
There's times when I feel like there's a whole other person in there. Just isn't the Charlie Smith that I married.
One who does what he's told to.
Game's a little different around here. There's some real big money on the table.
One who does what he has to.
I don't care about your money.
Well, your life is gonna be fine.
Listen, you
I ever
getting
let you in.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Hold it right there. What do you want, boy?
Look for that kid you took off the truck.
Within every man, there is a distance
Just keep that sweet thing butted up. He's not going to wander too far from home.
between how far he's come
We take care of business, Charlie. That's all we do. We take care of business.
and how far he'll go.
See this line? This line right here I don't cross. This line right here.
Within every man, there is a border. Once he crosses it, there's no going back.
How you doing, Charlie? Charlie's never been better, Red.
Jack Nicholson, The Border. It divided the land. It divided the man.
Stand by for the most extraordinary chain of events ever swept up into high adventure.
Hey, Larry, where's the forklift? Forklift! It's over there where the baggage loader.
Airplane. Airplane is drama.
This is Dr. Brody at the Mayo Clinic. There's a passenger on your Chicago Flight 209, a little girl named Lisa Davis, en route to Minneapolis. She's scheduled for a heart transplant. I want you to make sure that she's kept in a reclined position and that a continuous watch is kept on her IV.
Airplane is action. Airplane is romance.
I love you, Elaine.
I love you.
Airplane is music.
There is only one river, there is only one sea.
Airplane is dancing. Never has the screen been so big.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
Peter Graves.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
My name is Roger Murdoch. I'm an airline pilot.
Leslie Nielsen.
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
Lloyd Bridges.
Johnny, what can you make out of this?
This? Well, I could make a cap, or a brooch, or pterodactyl.
Robert Stack.
All right, Steve, let's face a few facts.
And we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
Julie Haggerty.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Robert Hayes.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Down, get a hold of yourself.
Please, let me handle this.
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get off here.
Don't be one on the phone. Everything's been all right.
Handle this.
Mayday! Mayday!
All right, now everybody, get in crash positions.
The most incredible adventure the screen has ever created.
He's coming right at us!
The big news is Airplane.
Private Lessons is not about learning how to chase cars or chase balls.
Backhand.
Yes, sir, Mr. Travis.
Why don't you come and visit me tonight after I've finished with the dishes? We could talk.
Private Lessons is all about growing up and learning how to chase women.
Tell her that I love her next time.
Go and close the door. What? I said close the door.
She takes off all her clothes. Everything. And I mean everything.
So then what?
What do you mean, so then what? So then I came here to tell you.
Are you kidding me?
Would you like to join me?
Would I like to what?
Take a bath with me.
You mean in there with you right now?
Mm-hmm.
You what? You asked her to marry you? What are you, sick?
Don't say a word, my virgin child. Just let your inhibitions run wild. The secret is about to unfold. Upstairs before the night's too old.
Sometimes Boy Meets Woman is more fun than Boy Meets Girl, but he has a lot more to learn before graduation day. She didn't think she was going to love this assignment. Sylvia Christel in her sexiest role since Emmanuel. He was much better off in Cincinnati. Howard Hessman, TV's Johnny Fever, gets his own private lesson. What happened to him should happen to you. Eric Brown, the luckiest kid on the block. Your own fantasies come to life in Private Lessons. With music performed by Rod Stewart, Eric Clapton, Air Supply, and others.
I didn't think you were ready, but you are. I knew it when I saw you with him. Your whole body burns. Make love with me.
I'm not like you.
cannot escape without you.
We're not like you!
Bloody war! What do you mean, not our war? It's an English war. It's got nothing to do with it.
Be ashamed of myself if I didn't fight. Well, that only proves one thing, that you and I are different. You thinking of joining? The Light Horse. Now that's got a bit of class.
Woo!
We could join together.
Let's see what I see.
Yeah.
From a place you may never have heard of comes a story you will never forget. Peter Weir's film of Gallipoli.
On a June night in 1980, Friday the 13th, 12 of her friends were murdered. Why should Friday the 13th, 1981 be any different? Friday the 13th, Part 2. The body count continues. 14.
All doomed. You're all doomed.
15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23.
Sandra? Jeff?
The day you count on for terror is not over. Friday the 13th, Part 2.
And now, we near the end of our journey. That planet which is home to our ancestor brothers.
We have at last found Earth.
We have to pull out. Not until we get a close-up scan. Barb, look at this. The outline is humanoid.
What you're about to see will alarm you. We have found the lost human civilization.
the planet Earth.
Earth shudders under the impact of 2 alien civilizations. One dedicated to the destruction of all forms of human life, and the other fascinated by their primitive brothers who inhabit our planet.
Hey, Willie, get a load of them bikes! We can't afford to let them get too good a look at these machines. What are they? That's what I mean, man. I don't know. This is where we get off. Surprise!
Mr. President, whatever it is, has entered our airspace.
Stand by to be invaded. Not by one, but by 2 mighty forces from outer space. In the world-shattering conquest of the Earth.
I'd been a soldier since I was 19, and I still haven't learned how to wait for it. I wanted a mission for my sins. They gave me one. Nobody had ever gone on a mission like it before. And when it was over, I'd never want another one.
Your mission is to proceed up the Nung River in a Navy patrol boat. Pick up Colonel Kurtz's path at New Mung Ba. When you find the Colonel, infiltrate his team by whatever means available, and terminate the Colonel's command.
Terminate. Terminate with extreme prejudice.
My orders say I'm not supposed to know where I'm taking this boat, so I don't. But one look at you and I know it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, we'll pick your boat up and put it down like a baby right where you want it. This is the first of the night. Air calves, son. We're coming low out of the rising sun. And about a mile out, we'll put on the music. It scares the hell out of the slopes. My boys love it. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. Man, this is better than Disneyland. I'm short and we gotta go up there so you can kill one of our own guys. You mad? I'm not how you think you mad, huh?
They're all dead, stupid.
Who's the commanding officer here?
Ain't you?
He was close. He was real close. I couldn't see him, but I could feel him. Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're an errand boy.
sent by grocery clerks to collect a bill.
I will take you places where you have never been.
Start.
I will show you things that you have never seen.
Beginning.
And I will see the life run out of you.
Long ago, on a cold, dark night, in this peaceful New England village, something happened. Something too terrifying to remember. Something too frightening to forget. Something that has remained a secret until now.
Is anyone else seeing things? Am I the only one having nightmares?
Universal Pictures presents Fred Astaire, Melvin Douglas, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., John Houseman, Ghost Story, from the terrifying best-selling novel by Peter Straub, The Girl, the Men, the Evil, the Silence, the House, the Fear, the Terror, the Truth. Yes, soon they will learn that they have never been forgiven. Ghost Story. The time has come to tell the tale.
This is Faber College in 1962. You know, 1962 had to be the best year of my life. I was a member of Delta Tau Chi. The Deltas. What a great bunch of guys. Bluto. Hoover.
Raise your right hand.
Pinto. Flounder.
Flounder?
D-Day. Boone.
It's not gonna be an orgy. It's a toga party.
And look at me in 62. The Otter. School was fun in those days. The girls. The party. The friendship. The girls. Of course, we had our problems.
Find me a way to revoke Delta's charter.
You're out. Finished at Faber, expelled. I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning. Let's go!
John Belushi. Tim Matheson.
Would you go out with me?
And Donald Sutherland. There's Jennings.
Now, was Milton saying being bad is more fun than being good?
National Lampoon's Animal House.
Mr. Thorson is a bounty hunter.
Sheriff wants to see you. Now look, Sheriff, I've come over 1,500 bucks.
Goodbye, Mr. Thorson.
Bye, Sheriff.
Where'd he come from?
Remember how to shoot this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got a full clip. Bang, 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 bang. Okay? Assault, attempted murder, armed robbery. A very bad boy.
No, he's a good boy. He's a little mixed up, maybe.
And he's a shooter, too.
He really wants to come in.
see how happy he'll be to see you. You'll talk, you'll make friends.
Some men are destined never to leave Alcatraz alive.
This island is solid rock.
No one's ever busted out.
No one's ever made it.
Since I've been warden, a few people have tried to escape. Most of them have been recaptured. Those that haven't have been killed.
I may have found a way out of here.
No one has ever escaped from Alcatraz.
I'm in.
Me too. And no one ever will.
There are 12 counts every day. One long count. We count the hours.
Tuesday night we go.
Shake down.
The bulls count us, and the king bulls count the counts.
No one has ever escaped from Alcatraz. And no one ever will.
See you later, man.
Goodbye. And no one ever will.
John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, Grease, the Broadway smash that made theatrical history by becoming one of the longest-running musical comedies of all time, breaks loose on the motion picture screen. John Travolta, the sensational star of Saturday Night Fever, ignites the screen in Grease. And he does it all with Olivia Newton-John in her motion picture debut.
What's the matter with you? I missed something to you. We made out under the dark. We stayed out till 10 o'clock. Summer fling, don't need a thing, but oh, there's sun coming out.
I get so many hickeys, people will think I'm a leper.
Hey, cheer up. Hickey from Kanicki's like a Hallmark card.
You pig.
I love it when you talk dirty.
John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John explode across the motion picture screen in Grease, the movie filled with more song, more dance, more of everything that makes a great musical unforgettable. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John together for the first time in Grease.
Is this trip business or pleasure?
Pleasure, I hope.
Welcome to the United States.
Hamer Reinhardt, sometimes called Wolfgar. Born Frankfurt, Germany, 1946. Educated Paris and Patrice Lumumba University, Moscow. Currently self-employed. Occupation, international terrorist.
You are to be indoctrinated in counter-terrorist techniques.
Deke De Silva, age 35. Born and raised New York City. Honorable discharge, U.S. Army, 1972. 52 registered kills. Occupation, cop. One man can bring the world to its knees. And only one man can stop him. Universal Pictures presents Sylvester Stallone in Nighthawks.
Remember why you didn't visit Amity Island this year?
Why aren't you in the water?
Because he's back. Roy Scheider.
This is a great white, Larry. A big one. And any shark expert in the world will tell you it's a killer. It's a man-eater.
Robert Shaw.
Back home, we got a taxidermy man. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I brought him.
Richard Dreyfuss.
I'm not gonna waste my time arguing with a man who's lining up to be a hot lunch.
The original Jaws is back.
My husband tells me you're in sharks.
You yell barracuda. Everybody says, huh? What? You yell shark. we've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July.
He's taking it, he's taking it!
Don't look back! Swim, Charlie! Swim! Did you hear your father? Out of the water now!
Fine infantry.
Everybody, please, get out of the water.
But I'll catch him and kill him for 10. $10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
There's something else out there. What is it?
Mayday, Orca. Coast Guard.
That's great! That's just great! Go on, put your bloody hand out!
Hurry it up now, tie it up. Hurry it up, he's coming straight for us. Don't screw it up now.
Don't wait for me! Now! Shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
If you forgot what terror is like, the original Jaws is back.
They called themselves the Warriors,
We know about the Warriors. They're a heavy outfit.
but they came in peace.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
They were the out-of-towners, the outcasts, the misfits, on the other side of New York for one day, and they had just one night to get back.
Warriors? You guys are the big dudes, huh?
They trusted no one. No one trusted them.
There's nothing wrong with you making it through our territory as long as you're coming in peace.
You know what that is, don't you?
Yeah? Trouble.
And the cops were the least of their problems.
Still cops all over the place.
So how come you hung around?
You ask a lot of questions.
Don't give me that.
They were just 27 miles behind enemy lines.
We're going back.
Just 27 miles between them and safety.
It's the only choice we got.
27 miles in a city filled with hate. And there were only 9 of them. 9 lives, and they needed them all.
Now look, if you still want to get to Union Square, I can show you where to grab the train.
They've got one way out. They've got one chance.
Hey, wait a minute. I could ask a question. How come we're running?
They've got one night. They came in peace. But they had to race to get home. And the race was on. The Warriors.
In this typical town, in this comfortable home, 3 ordinary people are about to live an extraordinary story.
It's starting all over again. The lying, the covering up, the disappearing for hours. I will not stand for it. I can't stand it. I really can't.
What kind of psychiatrist are you? They all believe in dreams.
I do believe in dreams. Only sometimes I want to know what's happening when you're awake.
I don't want to see any doctors or counselors. This is my family. And if we have problems, then we will solve those problems in the privacy of our own home.
I knew something was wrong even before he tried to kill himself.
I think it is a very private matter.
You never came to the hospital. How do you know about the hospital?
Your mother did come to the hospital, Conrad, and you know that.
I just don't know how to deal with it anymore.
Why are you hassling me, huh? Why are you trying to make me mad? Are you mad? No!
He provokes people.
I would never have let him put electricity in my head.
You blame me for the whole thing.
Can't you see anything except in terms of how it affects you?
I miss it sometimes. The hospital.
But that was a hospital. This is the real world. Did it hurt?
Never really talked about it.
How long are you going to punish yourself? When are you going to quit?
I loved him. What in hell has happened?
That she hates me. Can't you see that?
Mothers don't hate their sons.
I mean, there's someone besides your mother you gotta forget.
I can't! You better make sure that your kids are good and safe. And then you come to me and tell me how to be happy.
Do you love me? Do you really love me?
Just do one wrong thing.
And what was the one wrong thing you did?
Donald Sutherland, Mary Tyler Moore, Judd Hirsch, Timothy Hutton, in an extraordinary story of ordinary people.
last. A warm, sensitive, touching story about the close personal relationship between a man and a woman. Between a trucker and his dog.
Fred, I'm so damn tired of picking you up like a... Fred!
Between a father and his son.
No way that you could come from my loins.
And how they all took to the road one day for a quiet little drive in the country. From Georgia to Texas and back in 28 hours flat with a truckload of bootleg beer.
I'll be driving this one. Yeah, blocker. You be driving the truck. This is Bandit 1, and that is Bandit 2.
Now, who would do a thing like that?
You're crazy, you know that? Yeah, you know that. Yes. How much did you say it was? $80,000.
Universal presents Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, Jerry Reed, and Fred.
We're gonna really have to cook. I mean, put it on the back burner and let's cook. Is that a 10-4?
10-4.
And the only thing that stands between them and an $80,000 prize, Jackie Gleason as Sheriff Buford T. Justice.
I gotta barbecue your... Bandit, I've got a Smokey report for you.
What's your handle, son?
My handle's Smokey Bear, and I'm tail-grabbing your right now.
This is Smokey and the Bandit, the story about a lazy weekend in Alabama, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Georgia.
Daddy, the top came off.
No. We ain't gonna make it, son. We come this far, ain't we? Look, when we say we're gonna do a job, we do a job. It's me they're after. They don't even know clean snow exists. Oh, they don't. We know. I'll tell you what we're gonna do.
Smokey and the Bandit, proving once and for all, it's not where you're going that counts. It's who the hell's in back of you.
You've got the ducking. You gotta keep that speed trucking. Just put that hammer down and give it hell. He's bound and down.
The history of 2 generations of crime. The drama of absolute power and the men who violate it. The Godfather Part II.
What is your name?
Don Vito Corleone and his son Michael. Both had seen the ones they loved most cut down before their eyes. Both had killed as an act of vengeance. Both commanded the most powerful and merciless crime organization in the world.
Is it true that in the year 1950, you devised the murder of the heads of the so-called 5 families in New York? It's a complete falsehood.
They would take any measures.
I mean, you've won. You want to wipe everybody out?
I don't feel I have to wipe everybody out, Tom. Just my enemies.
Make any arrangement.
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Order any death. To protect the empire they controlled. The Godfather and his heir. Both were men of ice, and both were targets.
They're still on the property. Please stay inside.
Keep them alive.
We'll try.
Marco! Alive!
The Godfather Part II is Sicily in 1921. And Nevada in 1958. It is revolution in Havana. And rubouts in New York. It is manipulation.
It would be like trying to kill the president. There's no way we can get to him.
If anything in this life is certain, if history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
It is murder. And it is betrayal.
It was a son, and I had it killed because this must all end.
The Godfather Part II. final chapter in the violent history of the Corleone crime family. It is the motion picture masterpiece of the year.
Are you the police?
No, ma'am. We're musicians.
Dance to the jailhouse rock. Dance to the jailhouse rock. Dance to the jailhouse rock.
For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
Two guys come in here, black suits, black hats, one carrying a briefcase?
Yeah, I just sent him down there.
Thank you.
Hit it.
Hollywood at Home from CIC Video.